So here's a question for you guys to ponder while our sponsor music plays. Is the Gallo gun worth anything at all?
HVAC Shop Talk is brought to you by Refrigeration Technologies, the very best in HVAC chemicals. Whether you need coil cleaners, thread and gasket sealants, or a way to apply your coil cleaner, and much more, use Refrigeration Technologies. Find out more at refrigetech.com.
Here's what I mean by that. I came to a drain call yesterday, and I was on this call. I had to actually rerun the drain. There's a whole lot of stuff I'll get into. But one of the ways I chose to clear the drain was with the Gallo gun. Now, a Gallo gun is, and I'll put it up on the screen here, a little device that uses a CO2 cartridge, much like a paintball gun, to shoot a burst of CO2 down the lines, your drain lines, your PVC drain lines, and that is supposed to clear the line. And I was actually on a backed up drain. You could see the P-trap was full of mess and junk and stuff like that. I know that's kind of vague, but it had a bunch of debris in it. So I shot the Gallo gun down there. It seemed to go through the lines and clear the debris. So I walked outside this house and went to where I thought the drain terminated, and there wasn't anything there. It was dry. It's like, that's strange. So I actually went under the house, and I saw that the drain was actually busted apart. There was the actual drain coming through from the second floor in the middle of the crawl space. It came down and ran across the crawl space about 10 feet or one length of drain pipe, and it was laying in a puddle of water right there. But there wasn't anything in the puddle of water, any debris that came out. So I was wondering to myself, where did this cartridge go? Did it blow apart in the wall? Have I just caused an insane problem in this place? And what it is, it discharged into the pipe, but there was enough pipe, I guess, that it accepted that increased pressure, but didn't blow out the other end. And whenever I took it off of there, enough of it escaped where I thought it had cleared the pipe, but it didn't. In fact, it didn't at all. What I ended up doing was cutting out the section under the house that ran from this puddle of water to where it went up through the floor, through the first floor up to the second floor. I cut it out, I took it outside, and I blew it out with nitrogen, and I had some really disgusting stuff come out of the end of that pipe. So that was able to clear. The nitrogen bottle with a couple hundred PSI cleared it out, but the Gallo gun didn't. And if I was in a rush or making poor decisions, basically, I might have thought that I cleared the drain and been fine with it. We had a pan full of water up in the air handler pan because the drain had backed up. So I took my Burger King cup and I dumped it into the drain, and it was draining out, it seemed like, but it was really, really slow. There was enough volume of pipe at the end, but it was either double trapped or something because it was laying on the crawl space floor. It was kind of waving across there. And when you have a double trap, which is a section of air in between two water traps, it's basically going to cause an issue where it won't drain properly. So it looked like it was draining, but draining really slowly still. But once I cut that pipe out and ran it the rest of the way out, everything drained like a charm. I was able to vacuum out 1 gallon quadrants of the pan, and then I poured it into the evaporator pan. I opened up the air handler, took the blower section out, just poured it into the evaporator pan so it would drain out the line, confirmed it was draining properly, and I was good. Now you'll see that video. I have another channel called Zach Cioto where I put videos like that. So you'll see that video on there a couple weeks from now. Pretty interesting little call. Ended up taking a couple hours to rerun the drain across the crawl space and terminate it outside, but I think it ended up pretty good. You'll see that a little bit, but just some food for thought there. Maybe the Gallo gun isn't quite what it's cracked up to be, and perhaps the best thing is to either vacuum out the pipe or do a little bit more investigation on some of these drain clogs. From the wide world of drain clogs, my name is Zach Cioto, and I'm the host of the HVAC Shop Talk podcast.